So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a Rocket League fashion show. What we're going to try and do is go in and we're going to build cars. Let's see if my webcam is immediately frozen again. Sure does appear to be. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's just get rid of it. Doesn't want to work. I don't know why. So we can just keep this up and basically the goal today is to build cars for a Rocket League fashion show, right? So this season, the new cars were the Primo and the Ace. So what we're looking to do is we're going to try and see if we can build something using both. First we're going to build just a simple Primo so that I can use it this season. I'm going to go through and show all of my past cars in a second, um, so that I can check that out. But then after we get that going, we're just gonna see what we can do, you know. So we're gonna build a Primo to use for the season, and then after we build the Primo, it's always so hard when they give you a good decal to start with. But once we build a Primo, we're gonna take suggestions from chat, um, and we're gonna see what we can make for everybody. So, as we can see, this is like my winter car. I'll go through and show these probably a couple times as people join throughout the stream. But we have this winter car that I've been using, and then the blue model versus the orange model. Um, they're I'm pretty happy with them for the most part. You know what I should do? Let me add music because normally I have it turned off. But in here, let's play the soundtrack. Why not? And let me just turn on the streamer safe music. All right. Awesome. So, I'm just going to have that music on in the background. Let me know if it's too loud. It sounds fine to me, I think. But yeah, what we're basically going to be going through here is just trying to create some unique cars. So, my winter car got this orange variant with the blue, the Porsche. I go through and I always make a car for each season. So this is what I ended with the season for the Porsche. Sometimes I give them nicknames. I don't remember what this car is actually named. The Maestro. So I'll give the cars a nickname. And I think both of these kind of exhibit Haas attitude between the blue variant and the orange variant. Season 8. This is just the Honda Civic, yeah. And I tend to try and stay with items that you earn in that season. But you know, I'm not opposed to mix and matching. So the orange Honda Civic and the blue model actually also kind of looks sort of Honda Civic-y, or orange, I guess, orange team based. But I don't know. This isn't my favorite. Maybe we should go through and update some of the older models as well. But the orange model, that's pretty fire, I'd say. Season 9. We're actually using the same car that I have now, which is nice. I feel like I almost built the exact same thing for the winter here, but that's all right. It's a pretty sick car. This car, this is just my, ignore this one. This one is literally just for if you need to complete a challenge, like use a certain car. I switch it out. Season 10, this is the Volkswagen Golf. I used one of the pre-skinned ones for the orange model, but the blue model got the cool fish there. And just an aqua type theme. Season 6, they came out with the ugliest car, the Nomad. This thing, I gotta say though, like, it's an ugly car, and like a lot of the items were ugly to go with it, but they gave you some pretty cool items this season. I actually like the wheels. The wheels are like subtly terrible, but yeah, just the whole theme of like this monster was horrendous, but it's also perfect. This was a car that I built specifically to get one of my friends back in the game. Just a bug type car and a snail version, but those wheels are something. And then the winter, so yeah, so we're gonna create a new preset. And here, so we're in season what? It's a season 13, right? I don't actually know where it says, if it does at all. Does it say at the beginning what season we're in? I don't remember. I guess we must be... Does anybody remember? Does it say anywhere? Like, in-game? I guess there's probably, like, the news, right? Nope. Oh, yeah, season 13. That's the... So we're into season 13. So let's just get that car built for now. Season 13, we'll see what we can get, but we're gonna use the Primo. I'm not a fan of the Ace. It's like a nice, slim car, but I'm actually a fan of the more like plank style cars. So we're gonna go with the Primo this time around. And maybe we build something with the Ace later on, but we'll stick it out with the Primo for now. Do I have any variants yet? I don't. All right. So let's just go through right now and we'll just fully no texture everything. Go with base wheels, everything, just full on. There's a lot of items to go through. We're gonna see what we got to do to maybe try and speed that up. I mean, I feel like just going through and kind of matching everything together isn't a terrible idea. I think we just stick with Burnout for the basic. But we'll have to see. So everything I picked is from like the bottom of the menu, which is pretty funny. I don't know what to do for these yet. Just pick something. Just the classic, of course. The default. Ah, and yes. So we're sticking with the Primo. All right. So, first of all, let's see. Do we even got any of these decals to pretend to look at? Nope, we don't even got to worry about those. Awesome. I don't think the Affluenter... I usually try and stick with the theme. So we got this ball hog that comes with the season pass. Not a huge fan of it. There is one later in the season that I haven't unlocked yet that I am a fan of. But Does that BPM actually react, or is that completely random? It seems to go with the music a little bit, but I don't know how well. But I don't even know what sort of theme we're gonna go with. So if you have any suggestions, definitely put them in chat. But you have this nice chameleon, a black market chameleon victory series. I feel like just because it's a black market, we should probably stick with it, right? They also updated that banner. I think it used to just be like a matte purple, but like having that extra effect to everything, it looks pretty sweet. You know what I'm talking about? But all right. So, anyway, Cityscape, not terrible. I feel like the animated decals are always like neat, but it also kind of limits your ability to even more edit the car. So I think I want to try and go with something a little bit simpler instead of these animated decals. So like just these like basic flames maybe, or if we can find one, and maybe we won't do both. Maybe we'll kind of pick one. That's actually pretty sick. But I think we should probably pick one skin to just be like a clean, nice looking skin. But like that's actually, I'm kind of liking the vibe of that car, how it goes on there. I don't know if this is a specific to the Primo skin, but it looks really sick on it. That's for sure. I do really like that. We'll keep let's put the happy medium on for now, just as a reminder. I don't know. That's just obnoxious. I don't like the way that that lines up. Obviously, we'll try and not use anything that I've used before as well, but this Lunation skin I always thought could be better, and I'm a little upset that it's not that good. This Majesty skin, I swear, used to not be animated. I don't know if we've come across one that isn't, but I really thought that it used to not be an animated skin. So this is one of the pre-made Primos. And just as a, I just want to check, can you adjust? No, you can't adjust the skin, so definitely not for me, I don't think. We got all these season rewards, probably not what I'm looking for. I don't know when this Slish Slosh came out. It's not a bad skin, and I definitely think you could make it look good on something. I think the tail of the Primo really throws off a lot of the skins for this car, actually. Like that. Just the simple lines, I don't know. I don't think I ever realized how many of these just are animated. Obviously, they're pretty cool, and I think, you know, they give you the Call of Duty skin type vibe. But, man, I don't know. I guess maybe we even just do a full-on... What did I equip there. This one. Hang on. So let's go back. I do kind of like... Let's just go with stripes. And we'll decide if it's for the red car or not. But I think we got that. And then... Was it the Slitzer or something like that? Oh, the happy medium. We'll try the happy medium for the other. And then if we don't like the pattern, we can even just go and put a no pattern on it. But for now, I think for a clean type car, we want to just stick with like a base blue, like these like middle of the road colors. And I feel like it's got to be like a pretty direct color. So I think we're either stuck with just regular blue or maybe a darker green even. Like that's actually... I've never made a car that has like that color, you know? So I think maybe we should go with this. And actually, I'm thinking I maybe want to switch them up. I think I might want to make the blue team the stripes and the red team. Here, let's just check and see what we can make with this. I just think that there's going to be a lot more opportunities, like again for like maybe that'll having the simple green on like the normal part of the car and having the animated part be something that stands out. But I think that green needs a texture, and just the matte isn't bringing it out, whereas I think it would if we switched it over to the red side. So let's do that. Let's switch the camos out. So we're just gonna happy medium both, and then come down here to stripes. There we go. All right, so we got this green. Maybe we even... Like, that softer green isn't terrible, and I do kind of like it. But I think maybe... Nah, I wanna go with it. I think I want to go with it. So now, if you don't know, there's also all of these textures to adjust on the car. So we'll have to go through and kind of figure this out, but the anodized pearl always looks good on most things. the green wall for like optic fans would be pretty sick, but not a fan personally. I've got 2 carbon fibers for some reason. I don't even know how to adjust that. I think if we go through here too, we'll see a lot of unique patterns that maybe we can use for other cars later on today. These like art decos, I feel like you could make them pretty unique. Or maybe like, I do kind of just like, I think maybe this one, although that kind of makes the color way brighter and this one makes it way darker. So, I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's see if there's anything else. That's a weird little glitch we're getting there. Everything's showing up as that crossword. Let me see if I can switch it out by just doing this real quick. So that's just like a plain green. The keyboard does look actually pretty neat. Maybe that's sort of the theme we're gonna go for. Because, like, the theme this season is 90s stuff, I guess. Like, analog type technology. I don't really care. But this, like, grass-looking theme, it's kind of lame, I guess. It's not cool, you know? But that actually... The more I keep doing this, the more I think that we're gonna need to brighten the green up a bit. But we'll play with it. We'll keep seeing what is available. So I'm kind of thinking that we're either going to go with that. What was it? That's actually, despite it being called Nacho, that's pretty neat. I think I do want to try and go with one of those decos. And I do like the palm. But let's see if we got to brighten it up a little bit just to really... Oh my gosh. That looks so much better. And I know I said we were going to immediately try and stick with this, but we're going to immediately pivot off of that because just having this, like, truer green looks really nice. And to contrast it, it is the blue team's car. So we might want to keep that in mind of what kind of car can match up with this one. The yellow and green is such a weird match. I think it does look kind of good. I'm kind of between this yellow or I'm looking towards the blue here. And again, it's the blue car. Not that we have to stick to that at all. And like even just this white. I wish there was like a cream color. And I guess that's probably the closest we get. But that does lean very orange. Let's look into the happy medium version. What we're gonna do for the red team. I've never been able to make a yellow car work. I don't think this is one for it. We could try though, again, just to like make things different for the season. But I think everything just looks so much cleaner as like the base red. And just like the orange colors in general are like way less standout and appealing, I suppose. Because we can make the center section whatever we want. Maybe that's the trick. Maybe we'll make the center yellow. Let's just shuffle through to see that. What does the white and the black look like? Ah. If anything, nah, they're just not as good. See, this is like giving blue team more than the other is. But it's not terrible. It's interesting that I kind of want to make this one the same, like, color, you know? Like, I want to have that cream color be in the center of both. In which case, how can we make this match the best? That yellow's just a little bit too much, I think. Unfortunately, we can't change the texture on it. We could just do a pink car. Pink wouldn't be terrible. I think this, but I'm not sure about that center again now that we've adjusted it. Pink and yellow. I think there is something there. Let's see. Maybe it's the more muted, you know? Like if we go here, definitely not dark. Ooh, no. I'm thinking it's either got to be like true yellow or this softer. Let's go with... I feel like we need the bold, but maybe we make the wheels pop on it a little bit. But again, since we can't change the texture, I think let's just go with bold yellow. And then what can I do? Is there anything I can do to spruce up the center here? If I try and make it match with the deco, I'm actually not a fan of that. I don't think the palm matches up quite so well. But if we kind of go through here, I think that anodized pearl really shines the center up pretty well. If we get anything else shiny, I think that could be really good. I think we'll do that anodized pearl. That looks pretty sick though. Not quite what we're looking for though. This would match the Art Deco style that we sort of got going on. I feel like we could make sequins work. I feel like sequins could work, and again, maybe we just have to adjust the color one way or the other. But the stamped metal also looks like it kind of fits the texture while breaking it up. So that looks pretty sick. All right, let's take a look at the stamped, and then let's compare that against the anodized. So everyone get this in your mind. Picture this. Do we like this more? I wish there was a way to go faster. Or do we like the anodized? I think the shine just looks better. Again, okay, so now that we got this, let's see if we can changing the colors up a little bit. Can go one way or the other. Maybe we make this more like a true gold. That looks... I really like that, actually. That shine looks real nice compared to that cream. Like, we keep starting with a premise of like having that cream center, but breaking it up, I really like that. Yeah, I think we go with this. So these are our bases. It's a happy medium, but I'm not happy with the colors here. I just don't think it's the yellow. The yellow's got to go. I guess we kind of have a theme that like the blue team looks more orange, and the orange team, maybe we make that look more blue. And I'll just have to deal with the repercussions of it in ranked. More so my teammates will have to deal with it. But there's like hardly any difference between these colors. I'm thinking this. So as we go through, we should get a rating. Give like a 1 through 10 what you think of my choices, or if we need to go back. But all right. So now to go through the wheels for the first time, we'll have to kind of see what sorts of colors stand out to us. That like light blue, I think is going to be pretty hard to match. And I don't know if I have any paint type items as well. So we might really be going through it in terms of... That's actually like a near perfect match already. And maybe we have to switch the blue up just to match it, but that's not bad. We haven't come up for a theme of like a topper or anything yet. Those are pretty nice. that kind of matches the color, but the skull isn't really there. I feel like we give like traffic cone, or like it's almost like a bottle. It's either like cotton candy soda, or I don't know. Am I crazy? Is traffic cone weird? You see the traffic cone that I'm talking about? There's that barbershop one that I saw up there, but it's definitely a bottle from like the top. I don't know. I think just like the cross hatches give like traffic cone. I don't know. I don't know why I say that. But all right. All right. I think if we change the colors up, it could be a traffic cone. But those wheels. Those don't actually look too terrible. I feel like they really clash. This car is giving like a I don't know. I feel like the design of the car, while it has some very like hard edges, it's pretty rounded in terms of its overall shape. I feel like those jags in the wheels don't quite fit. I guess the sky blue does match. So any items that we have that have that sky blue color would go pretty well. Here, we'll go through the whole way and then we can filter down the sky blue. The donuts, you know, you're actually right. The donuts don't look terrible, but I don't like the way that they match the pink. And maybe, is there a way that we can... Oh, I've lost them, of course. Maybe if we just real quick... I have to remember that this is the orange car, strange enough. There's like not... You can't get that color pink in the car. So that's why I think the donuts just aren't going to fit. What? I mean, am I wrong? Do you think the donuts fit that color? Oh, I see, I see. It is rude of the game to not give that color pink. Now that we have the idea of like a bottle, I want to see if there's anything in there that has bottle attitude. It's giving bottle. Ooh, you know? It's not the same color blue. But that, both having the snow flakes kind of indicate the season that we're in. Subtly though. It's not like as obvious as some of the other like snow type items. So having like that, and I like the white wheel. We might want to look into white wheels. Like this has too much else going on with it, but if we can find any other white wheels, I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'll equip those for now, so we know to come back to them. We should keep in mind also, if you see certain ideas, we see any ideas for other cars in the future. So if you want to see a car that has, I was thinking like we make a cowboy car or something like that. We'll put those in the chat and we'll get a list going of cars that we're going to try and build for the stream. This kind of... It's not as good as the snowflake. Alright, so here's the white wheels we're talking about, and those actually, I think, kind of fit the model of the car pretty well. Hmm. Literally just the good luck wheels. We'll have to see if we can make a car. Hmm. Yeah, I'm liking the Halcyon. I think we'll go with the gray model. But these like the moving versions aren't too bad either. But it does get rid of like the true white part, so hmm. Those are white, but I don't think those fit at all. We can try. They're the NFL team cars are like already in the game, and they're a bit much, but we can see if we can like do a influence theme. So what's up, YY on the Switch? These are, that is, if I can adjust the blue and we go a little purple, those wheels might not be terrible. You know what I'm saying? I still think the idea that we initially had for this car was just going with like a white wheels type white wheel to like keep the car a little bit cleaner. But we're finding some other ideas in here. I've never noticed before, those wheels are inverse between the front and the back. I don't know how many wheels there are in the game that are like that. Are those the only wheels that are like that? That's pretty interesting. Those look pretty sick. The way that those match in there. The blue's not quite right, but it's about there. The lizard are pretty funny. And we also got the Fortnite wheels, but I'm not sure those are quite it either. These button wheels, if we got a good... The pink's just a little bit off. But I can see those working. If there's a blue version... Oh, we don't have a blue version, unfortunately. So I don't know if there are any bottle wheels. Those wow. Those wheels have some personality going on, and I feel like they kind of like they have the hashes that really match the bottle going, you know? That seems pretty neat. We could. We could. We could just be completely heinous. Just the ugliest. I'm gonna veto those. I'm gonna veto those no matter what anybody says. Oh, but look at the white version. No, I'm joking. This is just about the exact color pink. The pink just is about right there, and the blue. I think these might be our next leader. Here, I'm going to start favoriting them. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. I should favorite them so we know which ones to come back to. Definitely cool, but not what we're looking for. Not. I don't know. There's some parts in that one just missing. Those are not bad. Clearly used these wheels before for something. I'm not sure what exactly, but I've definitely put them out there for something. Hear me out though. Hear me out though. There's something going on with this one. There's some potential with this one as well. Let's favorite that. Yeah, it's the exact color blue that we're looking for. They definitely give. See, like, I don't know why they have this color pink for all the items, but they don't give you that option for the car. And those eyes aren't terrible. There's this blue, but I don't like the suction cups that those wheels give. They're not exactly what I'm looking for, I don't think. Speed running these last couple. Wheels look like Tetris or Blockus. We don't need to look at the ranked wheels. Those are all kind of nothing. I will also be vetoing any and all Rick and Morty items for the entirety of the day. That'll just be a rule. We're back into ranks there again. The platinum color kind of matches. The texture on the wheels looks nice, but you know, those aren't terrible. I'm actually surprised to see that I did use them on another car, apparently. Those are kind of the right blue, but not. I'm not a fan of them. They're not bad, but okay. If you aren't aware, the ugliest wheels, aside from those monster ones, just disgusting. The most disgusting wheels in the entire game. Oh. Oh, they change color. I don't know how I feel about that. It's unfortunate we don't have like a good color because I feel like they do match. They do match the color. We have to get a reminder for all of these wheels because we gotta go back. That is so close. I feel like even though that is the color pink that they use for the items, that looks closer than it when it's on some of the other ones. Hmm. The blue's turning to be way easier to match. Maybe if there was a way to make green fit on here, but there isn't. Hmm. Ooh. So pretty much anything that's sky blue doesn't look terrible. The egg wheels? Not quite. Not quite. I've used these wheels for a lot of cars because that blue just... They both look cool and the blue matches pretty well. So that's always a good one. Alright, so let's go through. We're gonna take any and all sky blue. Let's get the cobalts just to add them in there. Titanium whites. And I think those are the colors. So let's just check these out individually to see if there's anything that fits. So, we have the Pinata wheels. They definitely stood out. They made a move. Is there a way to see... Oh, did I just... I did. Whoops. Is there a way to see your favorites in the sorting as well? I'm not sure. Doesn't appear so. Yeah, alright. So let's just go back. Get sky blue, cobalt, titanium white, and let's add the gray, because there are some of the grays do just appear white, even though they're technically gray. So, the pinatas, it's pretty simple. They have like a little bit of movement. If you look closely, you can kind of see that they do move like pinata paper. I don't think that matches. These Agassias, I don't even know. I feel like they have a lot of flash to them, but they're just so ugly, and they make the car look so wide. Like, the wheels look like they should stick out really far, but they really don't. They're just not. I don't know. They're not for me. Pretty refined color in there. Yeah, I think cobalt's not quite. Cobalt sticks out a little bit too much. It's definitely not the color we were looking for. Where's that snowflake at? I did kind of like that snowflake one. Was that just a regular... Apparently that's not a painted one. Hmm. Alright. So I think we got the pinata. And then let's also go through... Because we have these snowflakes on them. And they have that cobalt color. So... Now that I've favorited it, it should appear at the top here. Do we prefer the one that matches both the pink and the blue, the Pinata, or the Snowflake. I'll put it to chat. What do you say? Between the Snowflake and I gotta scroll all the way or here. Let me favorite the Snowflakes. There we go. Now I can just flip between all three of them. Oh wait, there we go. Sorry. What are we thinking? Unfortunately, I don't think the Snowflakes are it, but I'll listen to what you have to say between these three options. Pinata works for me. All right. Let's also go through and unfavorite these. Now, we're going to do the whole thing again, but with the green car, and also we're going to speed through it a little bit more. But here, let's see if any of these, I'm thinking green and saffron and gold. We'll speed the process up a little bit, unless there was anybody had. But I think with this like gold mark on the car, we kind of can stick with something, one of the flashier options. I'm thinking that the lime, although that's not terrible. I was gonna say that I don't think the lime fits in too well, but they're not terrible. And the forest green is a little bit brighter than what I was expecting it to be. These aren't bad. Not quite what I want. We could always just go with the tapered back black though too. The true gold. The true gold isn't terrible. Oh, timeout. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Because those, I think there's contention in that one. I think I'm gonna favorite this one. I'm gonna favorite the golds. Oh, this one has different weight. Is this the same one that I called out before? It's got a different front than it does the back. I'm gonna favorite this one. I do kind of like how these fit in. There's like just hints of the gold in there. I do like the gnomes. The gnomes we might be able to put in there for something else, but these are pretty nice. I'm gonna favorite those. Just these terrible monsters. All right. Let's look at our top favorites here. So we got the actual true gold wheels that are hard to see in the way that they are actually pictured there. I like the glow. Yeah, this one's way sleeker. That's what I said though too. That like the animated decals just like kill the ability to like make the car just like look clean, because almost all of them are just pretty dirty looking cars. So I'm thinking between these four though, I think we can probably get rid of Flowform, right? Like, even though they're the one gold wheels that we actually have, they don't stand out, and it does like keep the car looking pretty like minimalist. And maybe that is actually way more to a benefit than I'm thinking, because these other ones do kind of bring attention away from the car itself down onto the wheels. But I think they just look so good in there, you know? You thinking that? The burnt sienna for the Radiant. Yeah, let's kill. I don't think the Gigahertz, because it's got like the tech vibe going on. We'll kill Gigahertz. That's not gonna fit in here anymore. And I don't think. I think the Inner Chiller Radiants are the way to go. That's the one we're talking about. The burnt sienna. Yeah. All right. I just equipped it to both wheels. What was the one we put on the other one? What was the one we had on this? Was it pink? I'll find it. We gotta scroll through them all. No, I can find it though. The pinatas, that's right. And just look back at chat. That makes it so much easier. All right. It's not alphabetical. What's happening? Oh, I see. It's because I have these colors selected. I'm like, I'm missing something here. And then they were sky blue, right? Yeah, there we go. Nope. Where am I at? Here we go. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. So these are our wheels. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Now we're going to go into the boost. The boosts are going to be probably pretty easy to pick, I think. We'll be able to... There's not necessarily less of them, but there's a lot of personality to all the boosts. Obviously, we're not putting Batman in here. So I think for our pink car, stars aren't terrible. The Beat Saber's funny, but not quite. If we see like a gold, there's a couple I have in mind for the green car. For this one, I'm not so sure, because this one also just has so many different like colors of the same boost. We could put the donuts in there. You know what? That doesn't look bad for the pink car. That's not the worst. I'm always a big fan of the Faded Cosmos boost. I've put that on a lot of different cars. I'm thinking donuts too here as we go through and see if there's anything else that kind of fits it. This is... It looks busy, but the colors seem to match. So that's interesting. This isn't bad as well. That matches pretty closely. As much as I like the donuts. This infosec looks pretty good for the donuts, I think, as well. Lightning's always pretty good, too. Lightning usually fits in on a lot of different cars. Having the mandala. I don't know if it's quite the car. This one's a little bit too bougie, I think. It gives bougie vibes. I don't know if it's money bougie vibes, but it gives like bougie vibes. You know what I'm saying? You think the money or the mandala is too much? Hmm. Yeah, both of them. Okay. That's why, like, I think maybe we'll just go with like a black. I think like if we just get a simple black, that couldn't be terrible. Having these RCA cables pop out could be pretty funny, but not quite. Or, yeah, I think black or gold is what I'm thinking. See, that looks pretty simple. Like that coming out the back, there is like some busyness going on in the middle here, but like you know, whatever. But like that coming out the back, like that's too flashy. This though, there's something in that one, I think. Let's see, we do have some other golds to look at, but I think that's season 7. Let's remember that. Season 7 gold. Could just do the standard boost. You know, just a standard blue coming out. Ooh, that's not bad. Gives that I think that kind of gives that bougie vibe though too, right? I think we're trying to decide how slick this car is supposed to be. Okay. I don't know if I should have been favoriting. There's the treasure. There's just pure treasure. But it's too busy. I think we're sticking with clean and simple. So let's go through, go back and mark these ones that we like. And then I think the donuts, the other car is the silly one, right? This car, it's the silly one. Even though like some of these other colors might really jump in here and match. The unicorn juice though. Yeah, we're not gonna do this. Okay, so let me go mark the donuts. Where's that at? It's up here somewhere. Oh, let's just look at hearts real quick. Not quite. All right. So, we got our list of favorites. So, I think for the pink car, we're either looking at donuts or unicorn juice. Put your vote in the chat. What are we thinking? All right, donuts, 1,000%. Let's get rid of that, and then for the green car, or the technically blue car, but we got this version, Sunray, or Triumph. Triumph, Sunray, or just regular gold, we'll say. Gold, Sunray, Triumph. I mean, look at the back of Triumph. She's got these triangles. Sunray, nothing special. And then that weird circle. I think the circle kind of kills it. Like, having the simple beam is pretty good, but yeah, I'm kind of agreeing that Sunray is pretty good. I think I would be between Sunray and Triumph, but I like Sunray. Sunray's pretty good. Nice. All right. On to toppers. I think we're going to have to abstain from putting a topper on the green car. But if we go into the toppers here, there's a lot of animals that we can put on top. We have to remember that there's donuts shooting out the back of the car as well. So if we think about the fact, this one, I know whenever you're boosting, the front of it shoots out like paint. The front of the car shoots out paint. Oh, I don't know what I just did there. All right. There's a bunch of different animals that we can look into too. And that's what, like, I'm trying to think if maybe there's anything fancy that we can throw onto the green car. This actually kind of looks like it fits, but... We just got a wallet packed full of cash to go on top. I don't think so. That skull doesn't look terrible, but... It's a shame there's not a donut topper, as far as I remember. I don't think there is one. We've definitely gone past it. We would have gone past it, rather. I mean, that's like... The halo is like basically a donut, right? We could go with the hot za. Just to match like a food theme. The kitten cup is adorable. How do you not use it on every car? I don't know. Even just the mohawk isn't terrible. You know, we stayed away from it on the wheels, but having it as the topper, I don't hate, you know? The palm tree. A little bit, yeah. Do we put the crown? There is a black version. Do we put the crown on there? I don't think so. I think it's still too clashy, and like, again, we're trying to keep it sleek. The rule is sleek. Or maybe it's this guy that sprays whenever you're pushing. I don't remember. I think we know what we have to do with this one. Do we just put a sombrero on top? Oh! It's not a true donut, but it both almost matches the color. Let's see, is there anything else? We're near the bottom. I think the cowboy hat on the green cart? Yeah. We could also put the llama on top. The Fortnite llama. This matches the color. It's also kind of got the circle. It's kind of like a donut. It's called a wing nut. It's not a donut. But it both matches the color pretty well and is round. Got a couple wizard hats. Nothing that I think's really gonna match super well. Nah. All right, so I'm thinking maybe the cowboy hat. I do kind of agree that maybe the cowboy hat could go on here. Let's go through. We got the favorite on this. We can favorite. I like the swim ring. I know it maybe isn't a standout, but where were the sombreros at? Oh wait, I think I just saw it. Did I pass it again? Is it named a sombrero? Or is it named something else? Oh, there it is, yeah. Let's see. There is the propellers, but I don't think I like the green and red going with it. So I kind of like this one. There's the mariachi hat. I don't think it fits it super well, though. It said the cowboy hat. All right. So, almost certainly the cattleman hat on the green. Either hat or no hat is the ruling for this car. Let's get this one out of the way. Do we keep it clean, nothing fancy, or do we throw the hat on it to give it a different kind of class? I know. Here. In the meantime, we'll just kind of cycle through. I'm gonna say we take sombrero off. I don't think sombrero fits. I think normally that texture loads in so it doesn't look so blurry. But maybe I'm wrong. And in that case, I really don't like it, but I'm pretty sure normally it's not blurry like that. So I'm gonna say we take the sombrero off. So then in that case, oh, I accidentally had that equipped. All right. So we got the Nomster eating the donuts coming out the back. The donut on top, which has just a little bit off colors, but like I don't hate it, you know? Like this is definitely the silly car. And the wing nut, which just continues to give like the eclectic look of the car overall. I'm not sure I like the hat. I'm not sure I like the hat. I think I'm gonna make the call, no hat. We're gonna keep it clean. We're gonna keep the green car just real clean, as clean as we can. And you think between the monster and the swim ring. Alright. I think the monster's funny. It would give the swim ring a chance. I'm sure almost nobody has the swim ring as a topper. Having the monster on top, pretty funny though, and it kind of matches the colors. And then we're gonna take wingnut off of there. So I made the call for the blue car. You make the call for the red car. Nomster or swim ring. Swim ring it is. Hey. All right. Antennas. This is the last one. Actually, it's not entirely the last one. Actually, we're going to jump ahead real quick. We have the goal explosions. I already know what we're going to put. Oh, well, I guess there are two options. There's this option. Seems like a gimme. The donut goal explosion could be a gimme. Or a real standout opportunity, since we didn't include it on the top. Ball goes in the goal, we eat every player on the field. Also known as one of the most hated goal explosions in the game. Not by me. I'm a fan. Personally. Got different colors, pretty much most colors you could want. So I think we should we'll make this decision right now. So it deserves the Nomster. And then, okay, so we got like a pink, which matches the car the most. But really, it's kind of, I think, up to personal preference because the cars get eaten. So do we want the pink, black, cobalt, dark blue, gray, orange, or purple? Cobalt. I'm good with Cobalt. I'm good with Cobalt. And then I don't know what the classiest. Definitely not that. This one, not bad. Kind of scorched earth. Got butterflies, just cute butterflies. Simple gold explosion, nothing special about it. To match the green of the car, there's that. That's not terrible. I think there's one that matches it a little bit better if we're gonna go with the green. It's just this one. This one's got the two balls that pop out, colored otherwise, but I think it's too much. I'm trying to keep something clean. The floppy fish, personal favorite of mine. Not for either of these cars. That's pretty clean. The Hades bomb, that's not terrible. I don't think the hearts aren't quite what we're looking for. There's Ice Age as opposed to Scorched Earth. There's World Covered in Ice. A cartoon explosion. There's the flower. Kind of pick what color we want flower. Definitely not a Nomster. There's the Phoenix. It's not terrible. Planets. Dice. There's these crystal explosions. I'm not really a big fan of them. Not really a big fan of these ranked rewards. Spray paint. Never used one of these. But definitely not classy. These season ranked rewards, not terrible. The simple bronze I've used before on some other cars. Maybe the silver. I think the gold's a little too big. Too big, and it's not true gold. It's that ugly yellow. Very busy. There's all these standard explosions. Yeah. I'm kind of agreeing. There's some alright ones in here. This is the green I was thinking of. I don't know how much we like that one. These ones are kind of crazy. I don't know. Let me go through. I'll favorite the ones that I think we're looking at. Yeah, so I think we said this one, right? Is that really what we were looking at? Is there only the two options? I guess, but there's green globe or green wall. Or that Hades bomb, right? That was the other one. I think Hades might kind of win. It's just in terms of it being a black market, which makes you feel like it's better, even though it's not really any better in any sort of way. But just like a clean black gold explosion isn't terrible. Versus these greens, I don't like. I'm not a fan of the Digiglobe. The wall breaker is kind of nice. I like how it cleans up after itself. That's what I'm saying. I said Hades or green wall. Let's see. I have 417 goals with this, and I have 182 with the Hades. Let's go with the Hades bomb because it's different. All right. Now we're back to the antennas. If we see anything that looks classy, we'll jump over to the green. I don't know what we're gonna find, so let's stay over here on the goofy car. Probably gonna move through these pretty fast because there's not. We'll kind of know. I think. The one that stays is the one that we kind of know. A cupcake? I think cupcake. I'm gonna favorite cupcake. You got the dinosaur. Dinosaurus. It's that classy. Just throwing up a dollar bill. I'm gonna favorite. Oh, we also got the donut. We have the actual donut. We might have to go with donut. We're shooting donuts out the back. We got a donut on top. I'll favorite it. The fancy cane. That's kind of clean, actually. We might look at that one. I don't know if it takes away too much. I think it makes it almost like snobbishly fancy. Couple of different flowers. The panda. Pretty cute. There's always the Mr. Two Man favorite. There's the old school antenna to throw on the car. Oh, there's two panda antennas. Oh, we could match the pinata wheels with the pinata antenna. Oh no, my bad. The flamingo. That's kind of cute. I do like the way that that kind of fits on there. I think we're gonna have a couple options for this one. Yeah, the flamingo fits pretty well. The rock candy is funny. I wish it didn't flick the antenna around every time. Not really seeing anything that can go on the other car. So I think we're gonna be fine sticking with whatever ends up over here. Yep, alright. So we've got 7 options. Maybe the dollar sign on this one, but I'm not sure it's there. I'm not sure it's there. So we got cupcake. Oh wait, we actually also have fancy cane. Do we think that the fancy cane fits this car? Yeah, most of the time we're going to see it from like this angle. I'm thinking no. I'm thinking no. The dollar sign shows off to the other team. But let's check out this one. So we got cupcake. Kind of fits the color scheme pretty well. Flamingo fits. True pinata. The rock candy antenna. And the actual donut. Hmm. Donut or flamingo? Oh, wait. And then I'm thinking I don't think we go with anything. I think we're just gonna keep the green card truly base, and then I think we go with the donut. I think the donut's gotta be the play. The flamingo just has something about it. Something in those eyes. Something in the eyes don't quite match. Alright. Got the goal explosion already. Finally the trails. We'll probably just pick a pretty simple one for this one, of course. Maybe a gold if there's one that pops up. I already imagine we'll go with the... Oh, I feel like you can't quite see it so well. It's like donut scraps. The Dunker donut scraps. Let's just see. Let's speed through some of these. These aren't going to be as interesting. You know, we didn't pick the mandala boost, but I feel like that doesn't look terrible as a trail behind the wheels. Yeah, I'm thinking mandala probably for the green car. I'm not really seeing anything that I'm falling in love with for the donut car. That I say that, and then we immediately come across this. Could always do the toilet paper. Toilet paper trail's kind of silly. Alright, so I think we're gonna go with mandala because we didn't really see anything else better for the green car. And then I don't really know. I'm thinking maybe... So do we not like Dunker? We don't like the donut boost? I think we're going to temporarily have this one as we keep searching. Yeah. I'm not really seeing anything else that I'm falling in love with. That sky blue laser light's not terrible. Just to check this out real quick. That's not terrible either. I kind of like this laser light. Kind of looks like sprinkles coming off the donut. You know what I mean? There's also this atrocious braid trail. Ugh. Something about it feels gross. Yeah. Alright. I think we just kind of stick with what we have, right? That Spraddle, unless you have any other ideas. Yeah, the tentacles are not it. So I think those are our cars. Here, let's go load in real quick into free play. See what it's like to drive around. We spent an hour and a half. Oh, we can't see the color. I have to actually load into a match. I think. Is there a way in free play to actually see it? I don't remember. So the donut car, looking silly, shooting donuts out the back. The trail behind the car does look pretty good, I think. It's pretty good. I'm a fan of what we've come up with our technically orange car. But now let's see. We switch teams here to blue. It's so interesting that like the blue car is not the pink and blue one. It's this green and gold type color. But it's got a nice look behind it. The boost even looks pretty good with the trail. I think we made a pretty good car here. I'm a big fan. All right. Well, I think we took up like half our stream time today creating one car. Now we're going to move into the section where we're just going to try and make some like more eclectic style cars and just come up with some interesting designs. So we've already had a request for the NFL playoffs, which we can totally try and do. We'll do a prediction. I'll make a prediction on who's going to make it in. And then we also have I think we're going to do a St. Patrick's Day car, which might actually end up looking kind of similar to this one. But we'll see. So we'll see what pops up in the ideas here. So let's get out of here. I think we're definitely gonna stick with the green car as our default car that we get to look at when we load in. It's a little bit sillier or a little bit cleaner, nicer to look at for sure. So all right. Let's load in here. We'll do what was the exact quote here? A St. Patty's Day special. Let's go in. Open this up here. Ready for this? Watch this. Check this out. That update pretty well. Yeah. Here, let me add a period after the next. It's necessary. I swear. There we go. All right. So we got St. Patrick's Day, and then we're gonna do the NFL playoff teams. We'll see what we can come up with, but All right, so St. Patrick's Day. What's exciting about this is we get to kind of pick a new car. We get to pick whatever car we want, which might end up being the most time we spend trying to decide on a car. So for St. Patrick's Day, I actually also want to click record here so I can get a separate file for this. So I'm going to go through and make a St. Patrick's Day car here. And I'm a big fan of the Diestro, but let's keep moving. Let's see what kind of gives. We could probably look at the forest green body types. Let's just filter real quick. We'll get lime, forest green, maybe saffron, maybe. Let's see. What do we got? We can also, we'll just immediately get rid of any decal and also just go to a simple, there we go. So, cars. Got a green Emperor. Oh, let's also just pick, probably gonna go with green, but let's just start with the simple blue. And we'll come back to that. So, got an Emperor, the Honda Civic. We definitely don't go with the Honda Civic. And the Maestro could be interesting. Actually, I didn't show off the cars that I already have, right? I did at the beginning of the stream, but I don't know if anybody was here to... anyone who was here is still here. So let me go back. I'm going to show off some of the cars that I've built in the past. So each season they come out with a new car. This is the Honda Civic, or actually this is the Volkswagen Golf car. Had sort of an aqua theme going on with this one, and then the red version I picked a pre-made camo because I just like throwing the unicorn up on top. But the Volkswagen car is probably one of the lowest effort cars I've actually made. Just we got a simple unicorn, simple wheels, pre-made camo, no need. This one, there was a little bit of effort put into it. Definitely trying to find the most like water type stuff. But then at season 6, they put in this monstrosity, this terrible car called the Nomad. It's so ugly. But they put in some really neat details with it, so you can have it make it look like it's a meteor. You have this face on the front of it, which is just why. And then it's also where they put in all of the monster type wheels. So that's where we got that. This car was just to get my one friend Sagan back into the game. It was really the bug wheels which got him back, but throwing a cockroach on top, pretty nice. This is the current car that I was using until I switch over now, but it's just the car. It's a sad snowman on top. Got our temperatures going. I love the chimney wheels. I always throw those on. And then we got just a full ice car here, delivering the tree home though, for sure. And there's the Porsche. The Porsche was a pretty interesting season because they put in a lot of different stuff. Threw the cat on top. Otherwise, it's kind of just got like it's got like this weird like glitched tech sort of vibe going on. Like it's got the lo-fi girl cat on top there. But I believe this is the blue car. Yeah, because then the orange car / red car, it's got like a really classy look to it as well. You can see it's got like I want to say that sequins is the camo effect, but having the wheels kind of stand out with like this ruby looking type wheel, you know, it's pretty gem colored. But I like the Porsche quite a bit. Season 7, they introduced a car called, this is the Maestro, right? We already talked about it. And this one, to me, gives the most, like, Mafia type. And, like, this car, the red version, not crazy. Just more or less, just, like, high on the square design. And throwing in a nice crown and a rose. The blue version, though, I'm pretty proud of the blue version. You look at this car and you tell me that this car's name just isn't Hoss. Big Hoss. I can see the Alice in Wonderland idea with the red version too. This is where we had the Honda Civic, though, for Season 8. And Season 8, I don't know. I guess it's just more... There's not much going on with this one. Just like a pretty refined look, all in all. Pretty simple. I actually don't know if I love the hat still. I think I probably just wanted to have something on there. And the wheels are really different, too. But it gives it like weight at the bottom of the car, you know. Then the orange version, there's a lot. This is a busy car. This is a very busy car, but I think it gets a lot of points in style. So I'm pretty proud of the Honda Civic one. Season 9 is when they introduced the car with the ice on it. The fire version, so unfortunately, they don't let you have two different versions. You can't like have a fire and a ice. So I prefer the ice version over this fire. But we have this ice going on this car. And so we got like, otherwise though, there's the lizard wheels kind of poking their way out. And then the ice version, this is where we got some more, you can see where the themes really come out. The dinosaur, I think he's just up there, just fits Ice Age type vibes, you know? But it's pretty good. Season 11, what's this car? The Nissan Silvia. Yeah. We got the Return of the Dinosaur. Look at that. He made two appearances in a row. But we got the crocodile on top swimming. Once again, the blue version always gets like an aqua vibe, obviously. But I like how he's swimming. I enjoyed finding this camo that kind of makes it look like he's swimming down the river. I think that was a pretty smart idea, as well as having the fish in the wheels. Having those fish in the wheels makes them stand out pretty well. And then the red version, this is where we almost recreated some effects in our donut car. But in this one, that camo is called Bougie. And we just went for, it's almost like a tie-dye effect over the entire car. You know what I mean? I think like having that effect over the entire car looks pretty interesting to have that idea. This challenges car, this is just something every once in a while they throw a challenge in the game to make you, like, you have to play as a certain car. So this one just switches out quite a bit. But, you know, got to dress it up a little bit. But then, yeah, this is our latest creation. But now, we got to get back into our St. Patrick's Day car. So what I'm thinking is, we'll go through here. I don't know. Oh, I don't think that was. I want to see, somebody should come up with an idea. Somebody come up with a car that we can use, an idea for the car that can use this body type, the Triton body type. Because I don't know, I'm not sure what we can do to fit something in this. As well as the Scarab, but the Scarab can be a joke car in pretty much any version. This car looks pretty clean. Might be able to do a good St. Patrick's with the red line. We were looking at the green body types as well, but I don't know if those are necessary because we're going to just throw a bunch of green on the car. So perhaps we just kind of look for anything else. I actually don't hate the idea of the Nomad. It gives us a lot of car to work with, if you know what I mean. The Marauder. I think we'll use the Marauder for something. Yeah, I think the Marauder is definitely one of the ways to go. The Jaeger, I think we'll use Jaeger for the football team. There's one other idea I have for the football teams when we get there. Definitely not those. The Grog is actually a pretty good option too. Yeah, I'm thinking the Nomad. The Nomad might be the way to go. But let's just check, see if there's anything else that stands out. The Fortnite bus, probably not. Yeah, let's go with the Nomad. I like it the most. So then we put the wing on it. Do we do the no wing version? I think we do the wing version. Gotta. And then we can get the lime version if we need. So, I mean, we might as well just throw it on there just to see if we can get anything unique to stick out. So I'm thinking we probably are going to keep it relatively clean because we're going to have to put other things on it. So we can go through just to see there happens to be any unique camos. I don't even think we need to necessarily. I think for the football teams, we'll do a blue and a red version. But I think for the simple themes, we can just stick with one or the other. This isn't terrible. If you can change the color, you can't, so. These are all animated. The lightning, probably not. If you see anything that makes you think of an idea for a car, go ahead and put it in chat. We'll see if we can get to it. Right now, I'm thinking just the lines. Thinking that the lines are probably best. Maybe the wing. The wings aren't bad. We could throw the wings on there. I think let's go with wings. All right. So then, obviously, going with St. Patrick's. Let's probably get a nice deep green to contrast. And then, what colors? I want to hesitate to just recreate a nice green and gold because we know where we're going with some things. So let's go with the black, I think. Or we could throw red in, you know? Red wouldn't be terrible. Or just a nice orange. Let's go with this for now. We already know what wheels we're going for. Easy. Found them. Immediate. I didn't realize these wheels were actually animated. I kind of just assumed that they were a 4-leaf, but... Here, let's go find real quick. Was it the antenna that has the clover? Am I thinking correctly? Ooh, maybe not. Was it the boost explosion? Or the... I don't remember. I don't remember where that other clover idea was. Does chat remember? I think this is it for now. If this doesn't end up being the one, I think that is the one. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. The goal explosion, I think we just go with the flower. Green flower, you know? Not really any reason to mess with it. Maybe just butterflies. We could always do butterflies. That's kind of nice. I think we're getting more into like spring vibes with butterflies though, more so than anything else. I don't know. Yeah, I think we go with this. So then there must surely be the green clover in here, right? There's not, though. So it must have been a topper, surely, right? Am I going crazy? Did we not even experience the clover? I swear there were 2 clover items. There it is. I knew I wasn't crazy. Alright. So then, let's just check. What kind of boost can we throw in here? There is... Is it rude to imagine the pot of treasure at the end of the rainbow, right? Is it uncanny? Because it is kind of like pirate treasure in my imagination. I don't know if there are jewels in a pot of gold, right? Are there? I don't know if jewels fit in a pot of gold. Otherwise, I think we kind of just go... I don't know what else we go with. So, that might be our best option. This is kind of unique. Unique and green. But... That's why I'm kind of wondering... There is a rainbow boost somewhere up here, I believe. Unless we passed it already. Maybe not. I swear there was. I had to have passed it. Oh, there it is. Right. So I think we go with rainbow. But then I don't love the wings on the side. I don't know what we can go with instead. Unless we just don't go with anything, unless we just keep it plain green. Do we like the wings or no? I think we gotta keep them, but we switch up the color. Oh, maybe we just match the green. You know? If we can, as close as we can get. I think we do that. I think it goes monochrome green. And then what kind of texture can we throw in here? The bling doesn't look terrible. It's got like an interesting texture over it. I don't know how I feel about it, but I don't know if there's like a flower petal type. There is oh, I'm having that glitch again. There we go. There is something in here that kind of looks like grass. I mean, it's technically a furry pattern. It's supposed to be like fur, but kind of looks like grass, right? Now, I'm pretty sure there's another one in here. This matchbook one. This is kind of what I was thinking. That sort of looks like grass, right? I don't know. Oh, rooted though? Rooted could be something. I don't even know what I'm looking at though. It doesn't really look like anything. The sequin looks neat. We can also adjust it once we get this other one in here. I think we go with matchbook. And then over here, what can we make the wings look like? We can do matchbook to match it. Or maybe if we throw in that rooted, looks a little bit different. The sequins. The sequins just give it like the shiny flare. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe we can switch the color up again. You know, like that doesn't look terrible. I kind of like that. That looks sort of like gold. No? Doesn't that sort of look like there's gold coming out? I like it. But then the wheels are also a little off, so maybe we need to brighten this whole thing up. What do we think of that? How's it? Final product? I like it. I like it. Done. Easy. 10-minute car. Not even. So then for the final, to get into the NFL cars, I don't even know who. I know the Ravens are left. I know that the Kansas City Chiefs are left. After that, I'm trying to remember who the other teams are. The 49ers. And there's got to be one more. Who is it? Here we go. When is this from? Nope, that's old. Just show me the schedule. What am I looking at here? Oh my god. Yeah, who are the teams? It's telling me everything about the games, but it's not telling me who's playing. I'm gonna lose my mind. Ah, here we go. Okay, finally. Finally. It's gonna be the Chiefs versus the Ravens and the Lions versus the 49ers. Should we do both? I think we can do both. Because actually, that's nice because the cars can be their own colors and not matter so much. So, satisfied with our St. Patrick's. Let us jump back in. Let me jump into chat here and change our current. So we got our Ravens versus Chiefs. Did I spell that right? Ravens BS Chiefs. Ravens versus Chiefs. All right. There we go. Let's see what we can come up with this. So, what car was I saying for, I think the Grog. The Grog is what I imagine a football player plays. So, I think we'll go with the Grog. Just not a great car, but you know, it's either the Grog, the Nomad again, which, you know, couldn't be terrible. Nomad wouldn't be the worst. Or there's a car that has like a big visor on it. There is the Scarab. You know what? It's just a football helmet. Never mind. We're going with the Scarab. The Scarab is just a football helmet. So then if we look in here, obviously nothing for those. The Scarab's going to have some unique decals that we can apply. Let's go through again and see if we can just... We're going to have to do it for both sides. So let's just immediately... The blue team, it's going to be the Ravens. So the Ravens are purple. And then they'll be purple and black probably, but we can adjust. And then the Chiefs, they're just bright red. Red and white. So ignore the topper for now. That's old. But for the Ravens and Chiefs. Let's kind of see what we got. Let's just go through. Let me clean out everything here because it's going to be distracting. So I'm going to go through, pull out anything that's weird. I wish there was just a jump to top, you know? That'd be so much easier. And then here. All right. There we go. We got our base car. Doing Ravens versus Chiefs. And start with the Ravens. I think we kind of go... There's going to be some unique ones in here, I think. We'll actually be able to use that are not typical camos that you would use. There's always stripes. Stripes is probably not a bad idea for most of them. I wish I had like the white that I was talking about. Because that would make this a little bit easier. I wonder, is it possible? What am I looking? I want this, and then can I? It's like the... Nah, not really. Nah, I don't think Flame Lane works. I'll just go with stripes, probably. There's always flames. It's not a joinable live stream, but do you have like a car that you want to show off? Is that what you're asking? Or because right now we're just going through, we're making designs. That's sort of the idea. But if you got like a car to show off, I'll let you show a car off if you want. What sort of fashion show car you got to show off for? So right now we're just going through. We're making some different designs, but I can throw you in here. 49ers and Jet. You would do 49ers and Jets. Do you want to? Oh, like you have one for both? Yeah, absolutely. Here, throw you got your gamer tag or something that I can throw an invite for if you feel comfortable sharing that, or let me just go through. I'm just gonna add the just gonna throw this up for now so that I can send you an invite. That's all good. All right. Let me see if I can send that invite. Are you is that on Epic, or is that like where's that at? Which way do I need to search? All right. Doesn't am I incorrect? Doesn't a Epic usually have a number in it, or am I not finding you? I'm looking for your Epic. I don't see it. I'm working. I'm working. I listen. I typed that. Is it case sensitive? No way. It's case sensitive, right? Oh my gosh, I got it. There we go. Apparently it's case sensitive. I didn't realize. There, I should have sent an invite. There we go. Yeah, jump in here. Jump in here. Nah, you're good. You're good. Here, once you have your car selected, I'll throw us into a private match so that we can I'll throw us into a private match so that we can drive on in. Here, while you get that ready, once you're ready, throw it in chat. I'm gonna keep working on that Chiefs car. Maybe this. All right, you got it. let's jump into a private game here so you can show it off. Here, well, we can switch teams, but start on blue. All right. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got here. All right. All right. I see it. I like the wheels. The wheels are a good touch. Yeah. Yeah. I see it. I see it. It's a good Jets color. I feel like the Jets are usually a little bit darker, but the way that you bring it out is pretty good. I always imagine the Jets to have like a darker color, but that's pretty nice. And the wheels definitely look pretty good. All right. Bring out the other one. LOL. I didn't even think to turn the bots off. No problems. All right. Yeah. 100%. 49ers. The wheels are really nice. I do like those wheels. Those are pretty good. And then is that just a standard Octane camo? It's got to be, right? Cuz that's not a camo that I recognize for like anybody. So yeah, I like it a lot. You got anything else? Is this like what you usually play for? Is this your standard camos that you usually show off, or because we can also switch up if you got a different car to show off? You don't got anything else? That's all good. That's all good. Hey man, thanks for showing off the cars though. I like it a lot. I'm glad you stopped in. You have to go back in the VOD. We just spent an hour and a half creating the season 13 car for the Primo. And now we're just kind of messing around making some more things. So thanks a lot, Danny, for stopping in here, showing us the car. I think if I had to pick between the 49ers and the Jets, I think I'm going to pick the Jets car. But the 49ers one gives some inspiration. So, look at you showing off. All right. Not bad. All right, here. We'll do a 2 minutes 32 seconds for the 1v1. I'll bump it over in the corner. You get first possession. Go on. I always have to explain myself because everyone's always confused why I play with the smaller ball. And it's because it reflects me and it reminds me of myself. I actually think having the Scarab be larger than the ball is just a funny look. And so... Alright. Oh no, it didn't just happen that way. It didn't just happen that way. It's all good. It's all good. Here, let me see that freestyle. You seem to got the skill, right? Show it off. Give me a flip reset. If you can do it on a small ball, you can do it close enough. I'll give it to you. It's a reverse goal. That counts, right? That counts.